Hey guys, it's Yishan here with another Advanced Yu-Gi-Oh! Rulings Made Simple, the second installment in this series. This is the series where I take, Yu-Gi-Oh! Rules that can be a little complicated, so I break them down for you with scenarios that you might not expect, and then give you a very simple rule to follow so that you'll be able to apply that rule to complex game states in your future and decipher how things should actually resolve and maybe even gain an edge in your gameplay because you understand how the rules work. Okay, so if you're looking at the title of this video, or at least the thumbnail of this video, you'll see that I've titled the thumbnail Raye Can't Be Destroyed. And you, as an experienced Yu-Gi-Oh player, or even a newer Yu-Gi-Oh player, might be like, I'm pretty sure Raye, Sky Striker Ace Raye can be destroyed. And so you're wondering, Yishan, why did you make this title? Well, okay, let's get into that, and we'll talk about why this title is the way it is. So let's consider the following situation. So we've got a Sky Striker Ace Raye, right? And Raye's got two effects. It's got the quick effect, such that she can tribute herself as a cost, especially when a Sky Striker Ace monster from her extra deck. And also, while she's in the graveyard, if a Sky Striker Ace monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, or just leaves the field, basically, you can special summon her from the graveyard, okay? And so I want to take a look at her second effect, because this video is about her second effect. And so let's say I use my Totally Awesome. I attack a Sky Striker Ace Link monster. My opponent tries to activate Raye from the graveyard. And in response, I use my Totally Awesome's effect. So I send an Aqua type monster from my hand or face up from the field to the graveyard to negate the activation. And if I do that, destroy that card, then you can set that to your field. And the point I am making here with this Raye being indestructible thing is that I would not be able to set Raye to my field in this scenario because I didn't destroy Raye, right? It says negate the activation, and if you do destroy that card, then that implies that I have to do what's before that then to be able to resolve what's after that then. So I try to destroy Raye, but I can't destroy her, and so I am not able to set Raye to my field. And so you're like, what the heck? Why is that? There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with that. I don't see why you couldn't destroy Raye. And the key reason for this, and this is a rule that I want you guys to remember. So here's the key rule. We're gonna go into the key rule now, part of the video, is that cards in the graveyard or banished cards cannot be destroyed. That is just a rule of the game, okay? This one actually makes some thematic sense. If cards are in the graveyard, there's really no reason to destroy it anyway. It's important to remember that this doesn't, cards in the hand, cards on the field, cards and even the main deck can be destroyed. However, cards in the graveyard or banished cannot. So if we look back at our example here, we'll notice that Raye activates in the graveyard. Totally Awesome can negate the effect, however, it is not able to actually destroy Sky Striker Ace, right? And therefore cannot set the Raye to this side of the field. So that's an important lesson to learn in this case, because that Raye could make the difference between a win and a loss. Okay, what if we used Totally Awesome's to negate Sky Striker Raye's first effect? Is that the same ruling here? That might be what you're wondering. Actually, it's the same idea, but actually slightly different. In my last video, which you can check out with the card up here or in the description below, I talked about how if a card changes location, like from field to graveyard, is considered a different card. So actually, Toad would not be able to destroy a card because the card it's trying to destroy would be the Raye that activated its effect on the field, and not the one in the graveyard. But that's actually a slightly different rule. However, in both cases, Totally Awesome cannot set Raye after trying to negate one of its effects. Okay, so I just wanted to clear that up. So yeah, just the key rule to remember: cards in the graveyard or banished cards cannot be destroyed. Doesn't matter what. However, that doesn't mean you can't try, and we might get into this this sort of rule later in the video. But just because a card can't be destroyed doesn't mean you can't try to destroy it. So for example, let's say our Dante, the Traveler of the Burning Abyss, is sent to the graveyard, right? And it has this trigger effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard, I can target a Burning Abyss card in the graveyard, except this card, add it to my hand. Now, Solemn Strike, I can try to negate that effect by paying 1,500 life points. And I can negate the monster effect, and negate the activation of that effect. And then if I do destroy that card, however, just because I need to destroy that card doesn't mean I can't activate the Solemn Strike. It attempts to destroy the card, however, it can still negate the summon / activation, the monster effect. So what it'll do is it'll try to negate Dante, it will successfully negate Dante's effect, and then it won't re-destroy Dante. It just doesn't destroy Dante because remember, cards in the graveyard cannot be destroyed. So it's not like Dante doesn't get reset into the graveyard by being destroyed a second time. That's not how that works. So as of some Yu-Gi-Oh rules, this rule is actually pretty intuitive. So I hope I've taught you guys something new today. These are some very simple examples, but you know, it's important to remember when you get into a complex game state that these things can matter. So just remember, cards in the graveyard and or banished cards cannot be destroyed. Okay, so that was a very simple rule for you guys. I know you guys have asked for some more complex rules. However, I worry that some of the more complex rules like chain blocking, priority, you might need to know a lot of other stuff to understand these rules or how I'm going to explain them. So my question for you today, if you've gotten this far in the video, is do you know the 5 types of monster effects? If you do, then we're probably at the point where we can explain chain blocking in a very simple, easy to understand, and very memorable way. Priority, if you want to see that. Maybe if you want to see something else, let me know in the comments below. But this is Yishan signing out, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing if it's helped you out in any way. We've got more of these coming so you can be prepared in your Yu-Gi-Oh games. All right, guys, until next time, I hope I see you guys in the next video.